Hey, you're listening to Sean of the South. I'm your host, Sean Dietrich, and it is gonna be a fun show. We are here to celebrate the 4th of July tonight, and this band who is with me up here on the stage is a band that's been with me for 16 years, the Boiled Peanuts, everybody. Let's play you a patriotic song to kick in this holiday. 1, 2, 1. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. And should all acquaintance be forgotten, keep your eye on that grand old I have been playing music with these boys for about 16 years. 16 years. Over here on the drums is Fred Domulo. Fred Domulo and I have been playing music together for at least that long. I've known him for 16 years. Fred, you're from Connecticut, right? And Tom over here on the Doghouse bass is from...
I'm from Spokane, other side of the mountains.
And you just went home to your old childhood home, was it last week or so?
That's right.
And you were getting to kind of rifle through your old house. The owner let you in, and you found something, right?
I did see my old house that I grew up in.
Okay. You got to see your old room and everything, and what did you find?
Well, I found an old rusty shell of a toy car. Is that what you're getting at?
Yes, yeah. And I'm having to drag this out of you. Tell me, what did you do with that car once you found it?
I chose to leave that car where it was instead of trying to bring it back here and preserve my youth.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Of course you want to. Leave things that belong in the past. I think that's solid wisdom, even if you are from Seattle. Truth is, about me, a lot of people don't realize that I learned how to play piano when I was about age 9. I started playing in church. I started playing for the choir who rehearsed on Wednesday nights, and I was god awful, but they gave me a chance. I never learned how to read music. And so I muscled my way through learning how to play. But I've been playing with these boys for a long time, and we play New Orleans style jazz. Jazz to me, is an expressly American art form. It's a music that was developed in New Orleans in the South around the giant drum circles, which used to take place right in the square, and it grew from there into this style of music that is totally American, just every bit as American as baseball, which is going to lead us into this next song, a song I wrote a long time ago, and it's only fitting to go ahead and sing it on the 4th of July, and this is Ain't It Grand to Be an American. No, that's not the name of the song. Wait. It's, I can't even remember the name of my own song. I believe it is Ain't Nothing Like America. Ain't Nothing Like America, that's it. Gee whiz. I guess my mind is starting to leave me. I guess I am just so grateful to be here with my friends on this stage right now. Friends may come and friends may go, and some may peter out, but both you fellows here on the stage will be my friends. Peter out or Peter in. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ain't nothing like America where peanuts and baseball go together. You got Cleveland Cowboys and Cleveland Indians and preachers' wives who make fried chicken. Ain't nothing like this land with mosquito flies and yellow flies and no seams. You got good old music, and don't forget to mention Hank Williams. You can see the world's biggest ball of twine. You can get a good haircut downtown. Shake hand with Andy Griffith and eat your bowl of ice cream down. Ain't nothing like the land of the free, ain't no such thing as a replica. 3 cheers for the red, white, and blue, ain't nothing like America. Tom Latenza, everybody, on the Doghouse bass. Tom Latenza. Fred Domulo, everybody. Fred Domulo. Well, ain't nothing like America where peanuts and baseball go together. You got cowboys and the Cleveland Indians and preachers' wives and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Ain't nothing like America. Mosquitoes and yellow flies and those Sims. Budweiser and Buffalo and Chiggers and Hank Williams. You can see the world's biggest ball of twine. You can get a good haircut downtown. Shake hands with Andy Griffith and eat your bowl of good ice cream. Ain't nothing like the land of the free. Ain't no such thing as a replica. 3 cheese for the red, white, and blue. Ain't nothing like America. More peanuts, everybody. More peanuts. My friends. July is a month of flowers, a month of beautiful flowers. You can see them growing all over the place, in the ditches and at the feet of the long-leaf pine trees. You can see them growing on the edge and the shores of the bay, the Choctawhatchee Bay. Big old wildflowers, pinks and whites and yellows and greens. It's colorful. July is a month of flowers. Flowers make everything better, everything better. Flowers make up for the cool bitterness of winter. Flowers just make everything better. Oh Lord, it has been hot. It has been so hot this year. I have seen reports in the local newspaper that say this is the hottest year on the books. It's also the most confusing time of year. This is the time of year when the calendar gets utterly confused, and so it is unsure what kind of weather to produce. Not only is it hot, but it's rainy, and then it's hot again, and then it's rainy, and then it's hot again. This is July. This is July. Utter confusion. It is like the teenage years. It's like the world is caught up in youthful energy and the lusts of childhood, and it doesn't know exactly what to feel, so it just becomes fickle. This is the time of year when if you don't like the weather, all you've got to do is wait 12 minutes, and it will change for you. This is the time of year where you can walk outside and you can look up into a blue, crystal clear blue sky with sun shining on you. And you can still see rain falling at the same time. This is what the old-timers, of course, call the devil beating his wife. That's when it rains during a sunny day. I've never understood this phrase. I don't understand what the devil's doing up there when he should be living down there. Furthermore, I'm confused. What woman in her right mind would marry the devil? Miss Linda Adams helped Miss Ophelia Andrews pick her sunflowers this year because this is the season when her sunflowers bloom. She grows sunflowers of all kinds. She grows the little 2-foot tall ones, and she grows the big 10-foot tall ones with blossoms as big as basketballs, big yellow sunflowers. Miss Ophelia grows all the wildflowers that were once native to this area. She's a historian by interest and hobby. She loves to read about the Native American flowers that used to bloom in this area long, long ago, and she believes in restoring this area's ecology by planting flowers that are native to this part of the world. And among them are her sunflowers. These tall sunflowers thrive on 15 hours worth of sunshine at a time, and they get big and tall. And she recruited Miss Linda, to help her this year. Miss Linda's also helping her pick her okra, and she's helping her pick her tomatoes, and of course the large sunflowers. Miss Linda has long red hair. She's in her middle-aged years, but she has 2 children who also have red hair. She is new to our church, but she helps Miss Ophelia pick these flowers, and these flowers are for the 4th of July celebration at the 4th Baptist Church. Every year on the church lawn. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, beautiful church right on the Choctawhatchee Bay. You can see it behind the church in the back. You can see the sprawling Choctawhatchee Bay. Members of the 4th Baptist Church long, long ago used to be members of the 1st Baptist Church. But because we are Baptists, we are unhappy unless we're having a church split every few years. So down throughout the decades, Baptist churches have been cropping up all over the place. We got several in town. We got several. Miss Linda, Miss Ophelia walked through her little garden, and they clipped and they snipped. Miss Linda commented on how beautiful Miss Ophelia's roses were. Miss Ophelia's roses really are truly beautiful. She has several breeds of roses that hail from her mother's generation, long, long ago, back when farming and back when planting and back when vegetable growing was all done in the dirt. Today things are a little bit different. Today I saw a young girl after service on Sunday standing in the lobby, and she was holding a cell phone and she was playing a game with her thumbs. I asked her what she was doing. She said, I'm playing a farming game. I said, a farming game? Well, what are you doing on your farming game? She said, I'm growing tomatoes and okra right now. I said, tomatoes and okra? And she didn't even remove her eyes from the phone. She just kept on playing with that phone. She said, yeah, I've got the best tomatoes and okra in the nation. I've got a lot better tomatoes and okra than the people I go to school with. I said, how could I try some of these tomatoes and okra? She said, just give me your email address, I'll send you some. No, back in the day, it used to be all done in the dirt. Women would get outside with their big sun hats on, and they'd get their knees on the ground, and they'd get their hands in the soil. They believed that flowers made everything better. Flowers made everything better. Flowers do make everything better. And men and women from the older generations, they knew this. They knew that flowers were the secret to making the world seem like a brighter place. They reminded us that the world produces beautiful things. They reminded us that no matter how confusing the summer months are, well, they are beautiful. Miss Ophelia grows these large sunflowers for one purpose. She grows them for the 4th Baptist Church's 4th of July celebration. Wonderful celebration right there on the lawn of the 4th Baptist Church. The sunflowers were originally grown for the beauty contest. Miss Sunflower is what we called her. She was the most beautiful girl in town, historically speaking, and she would receive her sunflowers, and she'd receive a little tiara and a little sash around her chest. But of course, this year we don't have any contestants for the Miss Sunflower contest. No contestants because they're all either too young or too old. And so we've got these big sunflowers that have no place to go. We've got a dunk tank where you can throw a baseball at a little dunk tank and either sink the sheriff or the mayor or any pastor of the First, Second, Third, or Fourth Baptist Church. We've got contests of all kinds. We've got the jelly preserves contest. We've got the pound cake competition. And we've got the tomato aspic contest. Tomato aspic, for those of you who don't know, is really just floor wax placed onto a plate and cut into little slivers with a butter knife and smeared on crackers. We had a big stage, built plywood stage, built just behind the church where a couple, an out-of-town couple, was playing music. They were a husband and a wife duo. They were playing fiddles. Both of them were fiddle players. And sometimes they would switch, and she would play the guitar and he would play the fiddle, or he would play the guitar and she would play the fiddle. Or sometimes they'd play fiddles together and they'd play traditional tunes like A Shokin Farewell or Turkey in the Straw, or When the Trumpet of the Lord shall sound and time shall be no more, and the glory of his resurrection fair. When the roll is caught up yonder, I'll be there. Oh, they were good musicians, and they played with the backdrop, a backdrop that the church men, the men from the church Bible study, they were part of the decorating committee. They had tried to hang a backdrop behind the stage that would be an American flag, and ordered a flag that was the biggest one he could find online. And we had Mr. Hawk, who has a painting company, get his large ladders, his painting ladders, and stand them up as a framework for this large American flag. The only problem was the flag was 10 times bigger than the ladders were. And so the old boys had to roll up the flag in order to keep it from dragging on the grass. They rolled up the blue part of the flag with the 50 white stars, and all that was showing were red and white stripes. After the music portion was done, people got up and they filled their flimsy white paper plates with baked beans and tater salad and casserole dishes that were just stacked together on card tables. And we talked about things, and we said things like, "How's your mama doing? Hadn't seen her in a long time. How's her bursitis feeling?" We said things like, "How's your daddy? I hadn't seen him since he used to come around here selling lumber." We saw people we hadn't seen in a long time. Everybody comes out for the 4th of July celebration. It's because that's when the fireworks happen. And even the most depraved Baptist don't mind seeing a little bit of fireworks. We all sat on picnic blankets, and we enjoyed the little brief glimpses of sunshine which were pouring down onto the world. And Miss Linda, the redhead, sat with her children. She sat alone on a blanket watching the music. And I asked Miss Ophelia about this woman who's new to the church. She said, "You know what? She's only been in this church for 2 weeks. And do you know how she came here?" She said she was just driving through town. In her little economy car, her 2 kids in the back seat, and she had everything she owned. She was staying with her sister who lived in Fairhope, and she had no place to go because her husband cheated on her, and she left him. She was going to start a new life for herself, and she left her sisters, and she just didn't know where to go, so she was going to take her kids to the beach, and she was passing through this area just before she got to the long bridge that spans across the bay. And she saw the light on in the church, and the doors open. And she just pulled over. She just pulled over. And she got out of her car and she heard music. She heard the Wednesday night music coming from inside. It was a piano pounding out songs like "Just As I Am Without One Plea," and songs like "I am weak but thou art strong, save me Jesus from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk, let me walk, Lord, close to thee." The good songs were being sung inside the little Fourth Baptist Church, and she walked inside and she felt as if she was at home, because the people just kind of embraced her. They walked her to the back fellowship hall, and Wednesday nights are when Mr. Chris puts on a spread. He cooks in the kitchen with some of the little old church ladies, and they put on a big spread, and they fed her and her children. They asked all sorts of questions. Where do you come from? And where are you going? And what do you do? And well, she decided she just needed to live here. And she's still looking for a job. And she's still looking for a job. And Miss Sophia paid her a little bit just to come help her clip flyers. Fourth Baptist Church hadn't had a new member in a long time. People aren't exactly knocking down the door to join. This woman, she felt at home here. And it turned out she played piano. And she played a good piano. And she got up and she played piano. Just last Sunday I saw her do it. She was good. She played in a modern style. And it made Sister Lynn clap on 2 and 4, which is unlike her. She normally claps on 1 and 3 like any self-respecting Southern Baptist. Clap on 2 and 4 is almost Pentecostal, and it makes you stand out in the Southern Baptist service. But Miss Linda played the piano well, and all the old timers came up to shake her hand and hug her neck, and they called her Miss Linder. Miss Linder playing the piano over there by the window. Oh yes, sir. They welcomed her in right away, and her children too. Her children attend Sunday school, and there are only 3 other kids in the entire Sunday school class. It's such a small church, but they learn all the same things we used to learn in Sunday school, all the old songs, and they learn all the old stories about Moses and the burning bush, and they learn stories about Moses parting the Red Sea, or Moses climbing up to the top of Mount Sinai and his hair turned completely white for being so close to God. And they're happy here, and you can tell it. They're sitting on their blanket there at the 4th of July celebration, and they fit right in. After the music was done, Brother Merle got up onto the stage. And he said, you know, this year we had fewer people attend the 4th of July celebration than we normally have. We weren't able to raise as much money to shoot off the normal amount of fireworks that we do, but we've still got some. But we just wanted to pay special mind to our new piano player, to the woman who helped Miss Ophelia clip all the flyers that you see around here today in little vases, and clip the flyers that you saw on Sunday mornings sitting in front of the pulpit. There's always flyers in front of the pulpit, and Miss Linda was the one who helped with those. They called Miss Linda up to the stage. And boy, you could see her face. It turned a bright shade of red that was a deeper red than her hair. She walked up to the stage. She's a simple woman. She's not wearing any makeup. She's a simple woman. A young boy was carrying these big, tall sunflowers with blossoms that were huge, bigger than his head, with big yellow petals and large brown faces. And they handed these sunflowers to Miss Linda. Yes, sir, he sure did. And she walked back to her blanket carrying a big armful of these sunflowers, and I have to say, life is confusing. Life is confusing. Sometimes the weather just don't know what it's going to do. Sometimes life doesn't seem to know which direction it's going in. But there's one thing that the old timers know. Flowers make everything better. They make everything better. Thanks for listening to Sean of the South. I've been your host today, Sean Dietrich, and it has been a true pleasure, if I do say so myself. I really hope you join us next week and the week after that, because this radio show broadcast has been a whole lot of fun coming to you each week. And that music you heard behind me today was my good friends, Fred Domulo, Tom Latenzer. We've been in bands together for about 16 years in different amalgamations in one form or another. We are called the Bull Peanut Vendors, and we have a good time, and we certainly had a good time bringing in the 4th of July with you. Hope it was a good holiday for you and your family. Find anything more about what I do, you can visit SeanoftheSouthShow.com. That is our new website, and that's where we've got all our episodes, the past 40 episodes, housed for easy listening. And if you have any desire to drop us a line in the mail or an email about things going on in your life, birthday announcements, wedding announcements, bar mitzvah invitations, please feel free to do so, because I love to hear from my friends. And speaking of friends, treat your neighbor nice, because after all, you have to live next door to them. Adios.